John, did you feel you did enough to get something from that contest?
I think it was an even game, but there was chances at both ends. The game's been won by a deflected goal, which people would call a fine margin, but you can't play a period of games and keep harping on about fine margins. It's about making the most of those opportunities, and it's a deflected goal that's won the game, but we had opportunities that we should have done better with, and if we'd done better with those, we would have, we'd be going home with a point or all three.
Let's speak about the first half. Firstly, what was your view on the penalty that was given?
I think KP's read where the Crawley player was going, and as soon as he took his touch, KP's got his arm across him, and in my view it's good defending. It's never been a penalty. Conrad Logan's pulled off a great save to keep us in the game. He made a couple of good saves today, but yeah, it was, you can't overanalyse it. It was an even contest with loads of opportunities at both ends. At times it was like a tennis match, which we'd like to have more control than that. But yeah, the game's been won by a deflected goal. Yeah,
which Conrad Logan could do nothing about. We have to speak about Conrad Logan because it was such a magnificent display from him, without really, as you say, having to make many saves of note, but all his other attributes came to fruition.
Yeah, when Conrad was called upon today, he did what he's paid to do. I think the Crawley Town keeper had a good game as well. So that's a reflection of the ball going from end to end. But I'm disappointed we haven't scored a goal for one with the opportunities we created. But it's important that once we've digested this game, we go into Cambridge in a positive frame of mind, because we could have come here today and quite easily got a point. And if you get a point against Cambridge, you've got 2 points. But let's go into the Cambridge game in a positive frame of mind, get the 3 points. And although we'd have liked to be unbeaten over those 2 games, if we beat Cambridge on Tuesday, we'll be in a better position.
Just speaking more about today, what prevented you from getting on the score sheet? Was it just poor finishing?
Yeah, at times. Yeah, again, you can't really overanalyse it. There's been times when we've created chances and we've either not made the keeper work, or we haven't been really clinical and ruthless in getting that ball in the back of the net. We had some good opportunities from set plays as well. Things were dropping to us and we were snatching at it. And we can do better.
How many of the Stags' opportunities do you expect to be converted?
I mean, on reflection, you'd probably say the opportunities created today, we should have 1 or 2 goals. If we're more clinical, like I say, would be heading back up the M1, with at least a point. But that wasn't the case. We don't want to make excuses. We don't want to be talking about, we've been unfortunate, because over a period of games, so far this season, we haven't been good enough. That's a reality. And that's something I've communicated to the players.
What do you put that down to then, the summary you've just given?
Well, inconsistency. There's been times this season when we haven't taken our chances, and there's been times when we've conceded silly goals. Today wasn't the case, in terms of any mistakes that have led to goals at the back. It was a deflected goal, but it's that inconsistency. When we've scored some good goals this season and then not followed it up at the back, and vice versa. When we've looked more solid, there's been times when we've been snatching and missing opportunities. So we need to bring that together as a group. If we bring that together, we'll be fine. But we don't want to be saying that as often as we have. We've got to take responsibility and improve our consistency.
After Crawley scored their goal, you endeavoured to change it with the changes and the shape, and it looked, didn't it, in large spells in that second period after Crawley scored, to have had a reasonable effect, in the sense that Mansfield seemed to find a newfound energy and verve.
It looked like we found the new energy and verve even before we made the changes, Steve-O. So the goal goes in and it injected a bit of energy into the group that were on the pitch anyway. Because we've got some good attacking players on the bench, we wanted to bring them on because we felt that they could make an impact. They didn't make enough of an impact, and they didn't take the opportunities that were that we created, and that's all over the pitch, whether it be Nicky and Rosie who started up top, but also the players that go up for set plays. Our wide players can do better, but yeah, it's. I am gutted. I am gutted because this football club means a lot to me, and I think there's been times when I've been really critical of the players. Today, nobody could fault our effort, our endeavour, our ability to create opportunities. It's just we weren't ruthless enough or clinical enough today.
What about Amari Sterling-James? He certainly impressed when he came on in that second half. Did he do enough to work his way into your thoughts, potentially, in relation to a starting berth?
Yeah, there's a number of players that have been training brilliantly throughout the week. I think because of the players that are coming back from injury, our squad hasn't looked stronger, and it has a knock-on effect to the players. People are looking over their shoulders and seeing that we've got good quality in all areas, and it's competition for places. So yeah, there's a number of players that have impressed me in training, but essentially it's about doing the business on a Saturday, and today we've fallen short.
Thanks for your time, John.
Thank you.